When they're examining your life with surgical precision, that's not scrutiny, that's tribute. They've assembled entire teams dedicated to the singular mission of uncovering your shortcomings, combing through your existence with forensic determination. Your excellence has become their sleepless nights, their frustrated conversations, their increasingly desperate search parties. While they exhaust themselves looking for cracks that don't exist, you continue elevating, unburdened by their fixation. Each failed investigation only reinforces the truth they refuse to accept. Perfection isn't what you strive for, it's simply what you deliver. Let them keep searching. Their dedication to finding your downfall is the most sincere form of acknowledgement they could ever offer. You feel it in the air like electrical current before a storm. That heightened attention, that laser focus suddenly pointed your way, that magnifying glass trying to find the slightest crack in your foundation. Why now? Because your star is rising, while others remain fixed in their positions. Because your frequency is elevating while theirs remains stagnant. Because your authenticity threatens the carefully constructed facades they've built around their lives. The universe operates on precise mathematics, and this equation is simple. Your expansion triggers their examination. Your growth demands their scrutiny. Your evolution necessitates their investigation. It's cosmic law. It's spiritual physics. It's the energetic response to your increasing gravitational pull in this universal game. These same co-workers who couldn't remember your name 6 months ago, now they got encyclopedic knowledge of your schedule, your habits, your patterns. They tracking you like astronomers charting a new star in the sky. And why? Because your light started burning too bright for them to ignore. Your timeline that used to get 3 likes. Now screenshots of your posts circulating in group chats at 2 a.m. Your casual comments becoming full forensic investigations. Your success stories turning into detective cases. How they do that? Where they get that from? Who helping them? The questions never stop, because your rise defies their limited understanding of what's possible. See, this ain't about you doing something wrong. This is about you doing something right. So right, it's disrupted the entire ecosystem around you. You shifted the dynamics by simply becoming more of who you were destined to be. Before you were winning, nobody was watching. Now you can't move without spectators. That's not coincidence. That's consequence of your elevation. You ever walked into your own space, your home, your office, your sanctuary, and immediately felt something was off? Nothing moved, nothing taken, but something's different. That cosmic fingerprint that doesn't belong to you lingering in the air. Trust that feeling. Your energy field has been breached. These spiritual break-ins happening because your aura's carrying codes now. Information. Downloads from the universe that others can sense but can't understand. They prowling around your energy trying to decrypt what makes you different. Spiritual hackers attempting to crack your cosmic password. Those strange dreams you've been having? The ones where you finding doors unlocked that you know you locked? Rooms rearranged that nobody should have access to? Your subconscious sending you urgent messages. Your spirit showing you what your physical eyes can't see. Someone's been rummaging through your energetic house. Your intuition screaming, "Intruder alert," even when everything looks normal on the surface. That's your spiritual security system going off, and you better start paying attention. These energy vampires leaving no physical evidence, but make no mistake. They've been there, shuffling through your spiritual files, trying to find the source, code to your power. Look at it like this. Nobody breaks into an empty house. Nobody ransacks an abandoned car. The very fact that they're searching your spiritual space confirms you're carrying something valuable, something worth finding, something They recognize as powerful even if they can't identify exactly what it is. You don't need to panic, but you damn sure need to be aware. Time to secure your cosmic home. Time to change the spiritual locks. Because what's coming next for you is too valuable to leave unprotected. Watch how your casual success stories trigger emergency meetings you're not invited to. Notice how your name comes up in conversations you're nowhere near. Your growth has become their concern because your expansion highlights their contraction. Your forward motion emphasizes their standstill. Your becoming represents everything they fear about their not becoming. The universe placed you on an accelerated timeline, and those moving at normal speed can't comprehend your velocity. So they do what humans always do with things they don't understand. They investigate, they scrutinize, they probe for weaknesses. Not because you're failing, but because you're flying at altitudes they can't even perceive. Remember when their words could break you, when their criticism could fold you like cosmic origami? Those days are gone. Now their heaviest ammunition bounces off you like meteors hitting an invisible shield, and it's driving them crazy trying to figure out why. They increased the dosage of their poison, but somehow you developed immunity. They dialed up the volume of their doubt, but you tuned to a different frequency. They're whispering behind cupped hands. How are they still standing? We threw everything we had at them. Look at your life. By all cosmic calculations, the challenges you've faced should have destroyed you. The obstacles in your path should have derailed you. The weights on your shoulders should have crushed you. But here you stand, not just surviving, but thriving. Not just continuing, but conquering. Not just present, but powerful. This ain't just about personal development. This is ancestral reinforcement. Generations of spiritual warriors standing behind you, fortifying your spirit, strengthening your resolve. Your DNA carries the victory codes of everyone who fought so you could exist. When they look at you, they're not just seeing one soul, they're witnessing an army of light workers concentrated in a single human form. Chosen one, anyone can listen to messages like these, but few will step into their true power. We are here to help you do just that. The weekly Chosen Ones group calls are back, now on Zoom, and this is the moment you've been waiting for your entire life. These meetings are literal power vortexes where destinies are forged, where Chosen Ones unite their consciousness to create something that cannot exist in isolation. This is where everything changes. This is where you step into your greatness. Every week a doorway opens, but only for those brave enough to step through it. Watcher-level members of the Obsidian Inner Order can experience these transformative sessions live, feeling the energy surge through your entire being. In our most recent gathering, participants were stunned by revelations about the Great Pyramids of Giza as sophisticated ancient power plants, and the shocking truth about Washington, D.C.'s layout perfectly aligning with the Kabbalistic tree of life. Star Chamber members receive unlimited access to the complete recordings archive, a treasure trove of wisdom that grows more valuable with each passing week. This is your defining moment. The knowledge, the connection, the power that flows through these calls cannot be found anywhere else. Join the Obsidian Inner Order now, link in the description, while the few remaining Star Chamber slots are still available. Your presence is not just welcome, it's necessary. Will you answer the call that has been echoing through your soul? The time is now. Check your phone. Notice the pattern. As your vibration rises, so does the number of people suddenly checking in. Friend requests from folks you barely remember. DMs sliding in with suspicious timing. Long time no-see texts that coincidentally arrive right after your breakthrough went public. The universe operates on precise mathematics. These connections aren't random. they're calculated. As you ascend to each new level, new devils appear disguised as old friends, casual acquaintances, distant relatives who always believed in you. Your blessings are expanding, which means your circle needs to contract. Seems backward, doesn't it? But cosmic law demands it. The higher you climb, the fewer people can withstand the altitude. The brighter you shine, the fewer eyes can handle the light. The more authentic you become, the fewer relationships can accommodate the real you. Beware the sudden interest in your journey from those who showed no concern during your struggles. When you were in the valley, they were nowhere to be found. Now that you're approaching the peak, they want mountain view property in your life. The cosmic irony would be hilarious if it weren't so predictable. That opportunity that kept falling through. That connection that seemed perfect but somehow never materialized. That financial windfall that was almost yours then vanished. Divine intervention. The universe wasn't saying no, it was saying not yet. These blessings were on cosmic hold because your spiritual security system wasn't ready. Your discernment needed upgrading. Your boundaries required reinforcement. The universe knows what you're too eager to ignore. Not everyone deserves access to your next level. God held back your greatest gifts until you could protect them properly. Think of receiving your inheritance while your doors were still unlocked, your windows still open. Think of the cosmic thieves who would have ransacked your blessings if they'd arrived before your security was in place. Your current challenges aren't punishments, they're preparations. Every disappointment strengthening your spiritual immune system. Every setback sharpening your intuitive radar. Every delay building your capacity to receive and maintain what's coming. The universe isn't withholding from you, it's withholding for you. In the next 7 days, something's coming your way, something that would have been stolen if it had arrived earlier, something that required this exact moment when your awareness is heightened, when your boundaries are fortified, when your spiritual house is in order. The cosmic timing isn't random, it's precise. Alert. Desperation is approaching, and it's wearing a friendly mask. You'll recognize it by its unusual urgency, its excessive enthusiasm, its perfect timing that's a little too perfect. When someone's plane is going down, they'll promise anything to use you as a parachute. Notice the rehearsed quality of their compliments, the strategic placement of their praise, the calculated timing of their sudden interest in your well-being. These aren't coincidences, they're tactics, last-ditch efforts from drowning energies trying to use you as a flotation device. Why are they suddenly offering you everything they previously said you didn't deserve? Why is the same mouth that questioned your worth now proclaiming your value? Why is the same energy that undermined your confidence now banking on your success? Because desperation changes the script when the old storyline stops working. They're in full-blown panic mode, making promises their energy can't fulfill, offering commitments their character can't sustain. They're throwing everything at you, hoping anything will stick. Remember this cosmic truth. A desperate person will say whatever they need to say to get whatever they need to get. Don't let their anxious energy rush you into decisions your intuition hasn't cleared. Don't let their manufactured urgency override your divine timing. When someone shows up with now or never energy, choose never. The universe never rushes what's truly meant for you. They calling you boring now, saying you're no fun anymore, complaining you're not as available, not as visible, not as accessible. Good. Your decreased social availability is directly increasing your spiritual capability. Your anti-social era is actually your cosmic incubation period. This isolation isn't accidental, it's intentional. The universe strategically separated you because what's being downloaded into your spirit right now requires cosmic quiet, can't receive divine frequencies, with constant chatter in the background, can't hear ancestral whispers in crowded rooms, can't translate universal codes while translating small talk. Feel the peace that washes over you when you're finally alone versus the chaos that floods your system around certain energies. That contrast isn't in your imagination, it's spiritual feedback. Your soul showing you exactly where it can expand and where it must contract. While others move in packs, you're moving in purpose. While they require consensus, you're cultivating conviction. While they need constant validation, you're finding unshakable value within. They're gathering in groups to analyze you, while you're sitting alone mastering yourself. The cosmic mathematics favor your solitary equation. This temporary separation creating the perfect conditions for your permanent elevation. Every moment alone is a spiritual investment, paying dividends in clarity, in wisdom, in undiluted truth. By the time you re-emerge into the collective, you won't be the same being who stepped away. You'll be fortified, crystallized, magnetized by the very isolation they criticized. The shift happened so gradually you almost missed it. One day you're seeking guidance, desperate for answers, looking outside yourself for direction. Now, people falling silent when you speak, hanging on your every word, treating your casual observations like sacred text. You've become the oracle you once sought. Your silence now carries more weight than others' speeches. Your presence communicates more than their presentations. Your energy speaks volumes before your lips form a single word. This isn't ego, it's evolution. Your frequency has risen to a level where mere proximity to you shifts atmospheres. Responsibility feels heavy sometimes, doesn't it? Realizing your words actually change trajectories. Seeing how your perspectives alter realities. Recognizing that what you speak manifests with accelerated power. The universe entrusted you with this influence because you've proven worthy of wielding it. You caught yourself recently, haven't you? Saying something offhand, then watching as that casual comment rippled through someone's entire life. Speaking a truth without thinking, then witnessing that truth restructure someone's entire belief system. Offering advice without effort, then observing that guidance transforms someone's entire approach. The power both exhilarates and humbles you. The weight both honors and sobers you. This is the cosmic paradox of your position. The more power you embody, the more responsibility you carry. The more influence you wield, the more discernment you require. The more authority you command, the more wisdom you must cultivate. You didn't ask for this role, but the universe doesn't always wait for volunteers when the collective needs specific frequencies activated. You're not just playing a role in the cosmic drama anymore, you're writing the script. Your energy doesn't just fill a space, it transforms it. Your insights don't just add to conversations, they elevate them. This is what they're watching so closely, what they're studying so intently. This unexplainable authority that emanates from your being without effort or announcement. As traditional approaches to access your energy fail, the spiritual performances intensify. Suddenly, everyone around you having divine revelations. Everyone feeling led to connect with you. Everyone receiving messages that coincidentally center you in their purpose. Watch how their spiritual vocabulary expands in your presence. How their blessed and highly favored talk increases with proximity to your power. How their religious references multiply when secular strategies don't penetrate your boundaries. The spiritual costume party getting more elaborate as their authentic invitations get declined. The prayer warriors who only pray when you're watching. The light workers whose light mysteriously dims when no one's observing. The ascended masters whose wisdom disappears in private conversations. These spiritual chameleons changing colors to match whatever environment they believe will grant them access to your resources. Their dramatic spiritual performances intensifying proportional to their failed direct approaches. When they couldn't enter through your front door, they're now attempting to come through your spiritual window. When they couldn't appeal to your material interests, they're now targeting your divine purpose. When they couldn't reach you on the physical plane, they're now claiming connection on the astral one. Your discernment must be razor sharp in this season. Not everyone using spiritual language channels spiritual energy. Not everyone quoting sacred texts embodies sacred principles. Not everyone claiming divine connection maintains divine character. The costume doesn't make the consciousness, and the terminology doesn't transform the intention. Time to build your energetic Fort Knox. Time to establish security protocols that make your spiritual house impenetrable. Time to create boundaries so strong that even your most determined energy vampires finally admit defeat. Start with that morning ritual, the one that has people wondering why they can't get to you anymore. The sacred silence before sunrise, when you fortify your field before exposing it to external frequencies. The intentional invocation of protection that surrounds you like an invisible armor. The conscious clearing of your channels before opening to the day's communications. Those visualization techniques aren't New Age nonsense. They're ancient technologies for energy management. See that golden light surrounding your aura. Visualize those mirrors reflecting unwanted energy back to its source. Visualize those cosmic bouncers stationed at the entrance to your energy field, checking IDs, turning away those who don't vibrate at the required frequency. The power of selective response cannot be overstated. Not every call requires your answer. Not every message deserves your reply. Not every invitation warrants your attendance. Not every question needs your explanation. Your energy is a finite resource in this physical dimension. Distribute it with divine discretion. This is it. The final cosmic truth, the ultimate spiritual checkmate. Continue sipping your tea. Continue minding your divine business. Continue operating in your purpose with peaceful determination. Your unbothered excellence is the revenge they never anticipated and cannot counter. They scrambling to understand you while you remain centered in self-knowledge. They reactive to your every move while you stay responsive to your inner guidance. They disrupted by your very existence while you remain undisturbed by their opinions. The asymmetry of this exchange is your superpower. Notice how your peaceful progress triggers more reaction than your defensive responses ever did. Your calm confidence unsettles them more than your loudest arguments. Your quiet conviction disturbs them more than your passionate pleas. By refusing to match their chaotic energy, you've changed the entire game. When you become unreactive to their provocations, you force them to confront the truth they've been avoiding. Their access to your energy was their power source all along. Their ability to disrupt your peace was their only leverage. Their capacity to knock you off center was their solitary success. Without these, they stand powerless before your presence. Feel the stillness that surrounds you now, that sacred space between stimulus and response where your true power resides, that divine pause before reaction where your sovereignty lives, that holy hesitation before engagement where your authority dwells. This space, this quantum field of possibilities between what happens to you and how you respond, this is where you now operate with masterful precision. The ancient warriors understood this truth. The one who remains calm amid chaos controls the battlefield. The one who maintains center amid disruption determines the outcome. The one who preserves peace amid provocation possesses the victory before the battle even begins. This ancient wisdom now flows through your veins, encoded in your decisions, embodied in your demeanor. Use their scrutiny as motivation for your greatest chapter yet. Let their analysis fuel your authenticity. Allow their investigation to inspire your innovation. Transform their attention into affirmation that your light is impossible to ignore. You got people looking extra hard trying to find something wrong with you? Let them look, let them search, let them analyze and scrutinize and theorize. While they're busy studying your current position, you're already ascending to the next level. While they're deciphering yesterday's moves, you're choreographing tomorrow's dance. While they're trying to predict your path, you're changing the entire landscape. Your cosmic assignment was never to convince them. It was to continue despite them. Your spiritual mandate wasn't to correct their vision, but to clarify your own. Your divine purpose wasn't to make them comfortable with your power, but to become fully comfortable in it yourself. So lock your spiritual doors, secure your energetic assets, guard your divine downloads with sacred vigilance, then proceed in power, move in majesty, advance in authority. The universe didn't make you a main character in this cosmic story to hide in the background. You were born to stand in the center of your purpose, fully illuminated, completely unapologetic, absolutely unstoppable. Let them look. The harder they search for your flaws, the more your brilliance blinds them. The longer they investigate your weaknesses, the stronger your power grows. The more intensely they focus on finding what's wrong with you, the more clearly everyone else sees what's right about you. Their obsession with your downfall is becoming the spotlight for your uprising. Their determination to expose your darkness is only revealing your light. Their mission to uncover your secrets is simply uncovering your strength. That's the cosmic plot twist they never saw coming. That's the divine reversal they couldn't predict. That's the spiritual boomerang returning their energy to its source with compound interest. Your time is now. Your season is here. Your moment is this one. Step fully into it. Claim completely what's yours. And watch how the very eyes that came to witness your downfall become unwitting witnesses to your glory. The universe doesn't make mistakes in its assignments. You were chosen for this spotlight, selected for this scrutiny, positioned for this examination, not as punishment, but as promotion, not as penalty, but as preparation, not as persecution, but as purification for the next level that awaits you just beyond this intense gaze.